Hello, I'm Persia Whitaker, and I'm in the 4th grade at Oliver Elementary School. When I grow up, I wish to be a marine biologist. You're about to see some amazing stories about valedictorians and salutatorians graduating at the top of their class this year in Birmingham City Schools. I get excited just dreaming about that day. In a couple years, I plan to be in their shoes. Go Lions!
Birmingham City Schools. Success starts here. Class of 2023.
My name is Jayla Holman. I'm with Nona's class of 2023 valedictorian. I feel honored, excited. It's been a long journey, and I'm glad to have finally made it here. It's been difficult for me because I started at Ramsey IB High School, and I transferred here in my 11th grade year, so that's right in the middle of my high school years. So I had to come here and then adjust to the culture of Winona. I started elementary school at Winona Elementary. I went to Jones Valley Middle School. Some of the best highlights of my high school years was being able to be in a fashion show in 9th grade. Being a part of Key Club in JRTC. I was able to become the treasurer of Key Club my 10th grade, and in JRTC I made it all the way up to battalion commander when I came here to Winona. I was an entrepreneur and I ran a t-shirt business. I started my business I think the summer before my 9th grade year. Then I continued it all the way until 10th grade, which was during online schooling, managing the workload. I used calendars, reminders, anything that would offer me assistance, and I just, stayed on top of everything. Next for me, I will be attending Berea College in Kentucky. I'm currently thinking about majoring in finance, engineering, computer science, and maybe being a computer hardware engineer. Currently, I'm an apprentice at Regents. I have over $1 million in scholarships, and I applied to 32 schools. I wasn't considering going to college. I was actually gonna do the military or vocational school, but I talked to my 11th grade public speaking teacher, and she encouraged me to aim higher. So I decided that I was gonna go to college, and I worked with the Birmingham Promise, and I also applied for the College Choice Foundation. They gave me a mentor, and I've just had help all around. I would like to thank my mom, my mentor, Miss Cassandra, all of the counselors here at Winona. I'd like to thank my teachers, fellow classmates for encouraging me, and the competition and everything. It was really fun.
I am Rihanna Miller, and I am the Woodlawn High School class of 2023 salutatorian. When I first got here, my plan was to be valedictorian, but I fell short a little bit, so it's okay though. I went to elementary school at Central Park. I went to middle school at Green Acres Middle School. I've always done the same thing. My elementary school, I was salutatorian. In middle school, I was valedictorian. So the same type of mindset that I have now is the same type of mindset I had then. So I just wanted to be on top, just wanted to be number one. When I got to Winona High School, I remember being kind of afraid. When I was in middle school, I was kind of like a top dog in my middle school, but since I'm going to a new school, my mindset was kind of okay, let me be chill about myself. My COVID years were real hard. I was a freshman when COVID first hit. I just had to do my work, come to class. This year is my first year playing flag football. I thought that I wasn't gonna be too good at it. That's one of my favorite things about the flag football team. I love it. I started playing basketball my 8th grade year for Winona High School. My 8th grade year was hard, transitioning from middle school basketball to high school basketball. Girls were already top notch. They were winning championships back to back to back. So me having to come and having to be on their type of time, it was hard. But as the years went by, I grew, I matured a lot mentally, and physically I got in shape enough to run up and down the floor.
So what's next for you?
Right now, I'm in between colleges. My dream college is the University of Alabama, but my second college is UAB, so I'm kind of tied in between the two.
Is there anyone you would like to thank?
My parents. I also want to thank my sisters. My sister, they motivated me.
I'm Dr. Mark Sullivan, Superintendent of Birmingham City Schools, and I'm sitting here with some of the amazing graduates from the class of 2023. Now, I know this is a very busy time for our seniors, and I want to say thank you for spending a little time with us today. To get us started off, I want you to tell us who you are, what school you attend, and just something that nobody knows about you.
My name is Jayla Holman. I'm from Winona High School, and I love to travel.
You love to travel.
My name is Jackson Jones. I'm a senior at Jacksonville High School, and I love to study music.
So I'm going to start with you, Jackson, with just a few questions. When did you start in Birmingham City Schools?
I started Birmingham City Schools when I was in kindergarten all the way up to now.
What grade? What school did you attend in elementary?
I attended Southampton.
Southampton. What about you? When did you start at Birmingham City Schools?
I started at Winona Elementary.
Winona Elementary School. That doesn't exist anymore, but God, that was a really good school. Listen, so you have been in Birmingham City Schools from kindergarten all the way up to 12th grade. So what is your fondest memory of your time in Birmingham City Schools?
Oh, wow. I guess it's like the field trip, like going to the McWayne Center, 16th Street Baptist Church, the Civil Rights Museum in Montgomery.
So what made those impactful for you?
I guess learning about our history and like our teachers taking the time to, I guess, do like hands-on learning or take learning outside the classroom.
Outstanding. What about you? What's your most impactful moment?
My most impactful, yes, I will agree to learn about the different cultures of our world and our people, to get to know more about yourself. Both schools that I attended offer a lot of after-school activities and during-school activities as well. So I feel like it opens the doors to various new experiences and it gets you learn more about yourself.
It's interesting that both of you are both of you are valedictorian for your high school, and when we talk about the most impactful moment, it's really about those things that extend learning outside of the classroom.
Yes.
So you think that having field trips and having experiences like that are beneficial?
Most definitely.
So you've been in the school system in Birmingham City Schools for your entire life. And if you could go back to a student in an elementary school, so we know it doesn't exist anymore, but Southampton still does. So you can go back to Southampton or to Oxmoor Valley and say, talk to some young students. What advice would you give them?
Oh, I'll start.
Ladies first.
I would say use your resources and take every opportunity that you can, whether it's academic, extracurricular, sports. Just use what's available to you.
What about you?
I would tell them to stay focused and remember what's important. Don't be afraid to try new things and get to learn yourself and get to know new people. Be out there, be into the world.
So are those things that you guys learned over time?
Yes.
Yes.
So, there are a lot of things that are happening right before school started, because both of you guys are going off to college. I think you're going to Berea College, you're going to UAB.
Yes, sir.
And so what are you going to do this summer before school starts, before college starts?
Well, I'll be working at Regions Bank. I'm an apprentice there.
Wow, is that through the
Yes.
Birmingham Promise?
Yes.
Outstanding.
I will also be doing an internship with the College Choice Foundation. And I will also, I'll be spending 2 weeks in New York at the New York Times Summer Academy doing investigative journaling.
Wow. So I assume your major in college is going to be journalism?
Well, I'm thinking about finance, engineering, and computer science, so it's between those three.
Wow, that's impressive. What about you?
I plan to continue working at Publix, that's where I work at currently, and I also intend to continue studying. I also study in the summertime. Ever since my 8th grade year, I've been studying during the summer to make sure I keep up on my academics, stay focused, continue to learn new things. So I continue to do that as well.
You both represent your schools. And just in a quick one word, what can you say, how does it feel being the valedictorian of Winona or the valedictorian at Jackson-Ole?
It's exciting and it's an honor. Yes.
Honorable is the word I would use.
It's an honor.
Yes.
Thank you for being with us today. I am Dr. Mark Sullivan, Superintendent of Birmingham City Schools. As you can see, in Birmingham City Schools, we build leaders that impact the world. And in Birmingham City Schools, success really does start here. And these are two examples of what success looks like in Birmingham City Schools. Hi, I'm Dr. Mark Sullivan, Superintendent of Birmingham City Schools, and I'm here with some amazing graduates from the class of 2023. Let me say thank you, because I know this is a very busy time of year for seniors, and thank you for spending a little time with us. So tell us a little bit about yourself and something that nobody knows about you and what school you attend and your name.
My name is Rihanna Miller. I attend Winona High School, and something that no one knows about me is I can sing.
Oh, well, it's outstanding. What about you, young man?
My name is Jonathan Allen. I go to Jackson-Ole High School, and something that most people don't know about me is I'm very family-oriented.
Very good. Now, both of you are student athletes, right? And so not only were you very good on the field or on the court, you're also very good in the classroom. So tell me about what it is how it is to balance, the academic standpoint as well as the athletic standpoint. So I'll start with you.
It wasn't really hard. Sometimes both got in the way of each other, but I was able to juggle it pretty good.
And you are a two-sport athlete, so talk about your two sports.
I played varsity basketball and flag football.
So how did you get into football?
I actually started off as the water girl, and the coach was like, "I need you on the field." So at first I was like, "No, I don't want to do it," but he drug me into it.
And what position did you play on the basketball court and the position on the football field?
On the basketball court, I was center and power forward. And football, flag football, I played center, center, wide receiver, and dang, I forgot the other one.
So what is
Strong
that?
safety.
Wow. Did you make it in interceptions?
Yes, I did. I won. I was actually a defensive MVP.
So you went from being the water, well, they don't call it that anymore, manager, to being an MVP on the defense. That's pretty good. What about you? How was it to balance both athletics and academics?
At times it became difficult with my time management. That was one of the biggest things I had to work on was time management. But my parents always said being a student first, so I had to keep my good grades to allow me to keep playing football.
So what position did you play?
I played defensive end.
So did you make a lot of tackles?
Yeah, I made a few.
Made a few. That's pretty good. So when did you start at Birmingham City Schools? And I'll start with you.
I started in kindergarten. I started in pre-K. I went to Sun Valley.
Wow, pre-K. What about you?
Elementary school, kindergarten. I went to Central Park Elementary School.
So both of you have been in school, Birmingham City Schools, since the beginning, I guess, the beginning of your academic career. And if you could go back to Sun Valley, or you can go back to Central Park and talk to a young student and give them some advice, because you're the salutatorian for your high schools, and you play sports, so you've done a lot of things. What advice would you give a young student in Birmingham City Schools?
I would probably tell them to stay true to themselves, ask questions, and stay focused.
Is that something that you've always done, or is that something you learned over the years?
It's something I had to learn over the years.
Okay, excellent.
One of the biggest things I would tell students is don't try to fit in, stay true to yourself, because it's a lot of things and influences that's gonna come, but if you remain yourself, you can be successful. You don't have to be like everybody else.
Do you think it's hard for students to do that, to try to fight off the influences and still be true to themselves?
I think at times the influences, they become overbearing and they take control of you, but I feel like you gotta be strong-minded and stay to what you know is right.
So what makes you strong-minded? You talked about family-oriented. Do you think that that's really affecting and really a positive influence on you and keeping you focused on what you have to do?
Yes, my family, they're a good support system. And so anytime I felt myself like getting out of the way or losing my path, they always help me maintain focus.
So now both of you, like I said, have been in Birmingham City Schools since the beginning. What is your most impactful or most special memory, I should say, in Birmingham City Schools?
Oh, mine was my 8th grade year. I was valedictorian for my 8th grade.
Wow. So you have always been a very strong student. What about you?
Mine is signing day this past year. And when I was decided to go to UAB, it was just like a big moment for me. And I was like, some of my dreams are becoming reality.
So are you going to play football for UAB?
Yes, sir. I'm playing football for UAB.
Wow, that is impressive. So you're going to continue being a student athlete. Now, I think you said that you're not going to play sports in college. You're just going to focus on the work. Speaking of college, I know probably with you, you're probably going to be doing some summer practices before school starts. But what are some of the other things that you guys are going to be doing before school starts in the fall?
Before, I want to enjoy my summer, so I'm going to be taking trips with my friends and families until it's time for me to leave.
Outstanding.
I'm taking a couple of college courses this summer while going to football practice as well.
Outstanding. As you can tell, we have some amazing students in Birmingham City Schools. We truly build leaders that impact the world. And these are two examples of those leaders. In Birmingham City Schools, success really does start here.
The Birmingham Promise is a program that provides students in the Birmingham City Schools with the resources and support they need to achieve their dreams.
The beautiful thing about Birmingham Promise is that it gives you a chance, no matter if you didn't play sport or kind of realize that you get, this is your chance.
Through partnerships with local colleges and universities, the Birmingham Promise offers students the opportunity to pursue higher education tuition free. The Birmingham Promise offers students access to mentors, internships, and career development resources that chart a path to success.
Birmingham Promise has kept her from having to worry about the financial part of going to college. That way she can focus more on school, on her grades, and achieving her degree.
And this promise is not just for a select few. It is for every student in the Birmingham City Schools. Through the Birmingham Promise, students are given the tools they need to succeed in college and beyond. They are prepared for the workforce, and they are equipped with skills and knowledge to make a positive impact on their communities. Together, we can help every student in Birmingham City Schools achieve their dreams and reach their full potential.
Birmingham City Schools. Success starts here. Class of 2023.